Today I want to show you one of the most important topics about Google advertising, and this is keyword research and keyword planning for Google Ads. And this is a topic that has recently changed because Google introduced a few new things, so it's extremely relevant to watch one of the latest videos on this topic, and I think this is really missing on YouTube, and that's why I'm shooting this video to help you guys. I will show you how we do this at Budai Media, what's the process that we follow, and what are the most common pitfalls that you can face with. So that being said, let's talk about the fundamentals first, which haven't changed, and then I will share the recent updates with you, and based on these I will share the whole process with you in the last part of this video. Alright, so let's talk about the fundamentals. You know, if we just think about tactics and technical things, many people they miss this part, but actually if you don't know your goal and what you aim for, then it doesn't matter what tactics you use, because you won't hit your strategy goal. So first of all, I want to talk about the fundamentals. You really want to think about what is your goal, because you can come up with different keywords and the keyword strategy based on those. So do you want to build a brand awareness? Do you want people to install your ad? Maybe you want more checkouts or more purchases, which is a typical e-commerce goal, or maybe something else. So first of all, really think about what is your goal here and what you try to achieve with your Google ad. The next thing is you really want to go after high intent keywords. And yes, in some cases this will mean that you want to go after expensive keywords, as you will see, but you know, there is a reason why they are expensive, because they convert. And now I want to share with you the 4 different types of keywords based on intent, and also what are the most important ones. So the first one is informational keyword. These keywords are typically related to education. People, they want to learn about something, they go to Google and they just want to get educated. So a typical example, when people use these words that what or how or why, you know, they use these question tags because they want to look for something. For example, what running shoes professional runners use, or how can I beat fast runners? What shoe do I need to find? So you know, people, they just try to educate themselves, they want to inform themselves, and these keywords, they have their place in a strategy, but typically these are not the keywords where you want to start. The second type of keywords are navigational. So in my experience, navigational keywords are the least important. So typically these are FAQ pages or login pages, or how can I change my password. So these kinds of keywords and search terms, typically they are not really high intent, but they want something really specific and they want to find something on the internet. The third category is commercial keywords. So these keywords are better. They are somewhere in the middle of your funnel. These people, they are already problem aware. They know what they want, and in many cases they are even solution aware, but they still don't know what they want to buy exactly and whom they want to buy from. So these are typically people who look for comparisons, or see what software is better, what agency is better, you know, finding different product categories. So they know that they want to buy something, but they are not sure yet. So these are commercial keywords, and they also have their place in your strategy. I would say these are the second hottest category. But the fourth is called transactional, and this is the keyword that is the highest intent, which is bottom of the funnel. So ideally you want to start your strategy with this keyword. So these people, they are problem aware, solution aware, even product aware, so they really know what they want. They simply type it in that, okay, I want to buy Nike running shoes, or I want to buy a Klaviyo subscription. So many times they use these branded keywords or something super targeted that, let's say, building a garden in Manhattan, New York City. So they really know the service that they want and they use these super specific keywords. So this is where you want to start your keyword strategy. So again, always start with transactional keywords, and once you max these out, you can follow with commercial, and you can ignore navigational, and very top of the funnel is informational, but that's more for brand awareness. So yeah, I wouldn't really talk about that and deal with that, unlike you are a huge brand. Okay, so what tools you need to do to conduct this keyword research process? So the very first one is, believe it or not, I think it must be Google. So just really imagine that you are a potential customer and you go to Google and you search for the things that you want to buy, and simply just use those keywords that you think they would use and see what are the findings in Google. So the very first one is actually Google, and then you can use the free keyword planner of Google. Today in this video I will show it to you how to use this, but that would be the number 2 tool that I would go for. Number 3 is still a Google thing. So if you already have a Google ad account, then you should check it, and let's say you have a new client or you start managing, I don't know, a new store of somebody, then you should check the existing history, what keywords they already used, and you should use those data for your future plans. So if you already run Google ads or your client does it, then definitely check out the history that they have. The next one, the 4th tool, would be Search Console. If you do SEO and using the Search Console, you can find valuable information as well. And only after these tools I would recommend other tools. So there is one called SpyFu. So this is a spying tool, a BI tool, and you can check out your competition, what the competitors use, what keywords. And this is a paid tool, so only if you have the budget for this. I don't think it's necessary to install it and use it, but if you have the budget and you are serious about this, then you can use SpyFu as well. And finally, the last tool I would recommend is actually ChatGPT. You can give instructions and ChatGPT will spit out a lot of keywords that you can actually use for your keyword planning. Okay, so these are the fundamentals. So first of all, you need to know what is your strategy and what you try to achieve with these keywords and with Google Ads, with this campaign in general. And then you should really consider the 4 different types of keywords, focus on the transactional ones and after the commercial keywords, and finally be aware of these keyword planning tools, especially the Google tools, which are free, and use them to come up with your keyword plan and strategy. And now let's jump to my computer, and I want to share with you the most recent Google updates about keyword. Okay, so before I show you the whole process, I want to talk about the recent Google updates of keyword planning. So this is the time when we come up with not only the keyword research and the plan, but once we have this, we also decide on the strategy regarding what kind of campaigns to create and also ad groups to create. As you probably know, there are 3 levels of your ads in Google. So one is the campaign, where you need to pick the goal of the campaign. And then the second is the ad groups, where you add the keywords to each ad group. And then the third last layer is where you actually add the creatives, and that's the ads level. So this primarily affects the first 2 levels, the campaigns and especially the ad groups. So before we jump into the exact process, so you have to know that Google has recently changed a few things, how keywords work. So what Google has recently changed is the keyword matching options. And before we talk about this, just a few definitions. So keywords are words or phrases that are used to match ads with the terms people are searching for. What is a keyword match? The keyword match types dictate how closely the keyword needs to match with the user's search query so that the ad can be considered for the auction. What are the three different types? So the broadest is just called broad match. So for the keyword furniture store, we can match the following queries, and you can pick each which one you want to use in that certain ad group. So let's say if I pick the broad match, then for furniture store, let's say that's my keyword, then people who search for home decor, they will still find me with this broad match, even if I use the furniture store as my keyword. Or even people who search for cream colored leather sectional, they will find me. If it's a phrase match, which is more specific, ads may show on searches that include the meaning of your keyword. So cheap furniture stores, living room furniture deals, what store is the best place to find a bedroom dresser, and for these my ads will be shown if I use the furniture keyword. The last one is the most tightest, I would say, so it's called exact match. Ads may show on searches that are the same meaning as your keyword: furniture store, home furnishing shop. And as you can see, the word furniture in itself, it doesn't have to be here, not even for the exact match. And that is the biggest change what Google recently implemented with their words. Google assigns a meaning to the keyword phrase instead of keywords in that phrase. So while before, if I use the furniture store, it must have to be in the, you know, in the query what the person, potential customer uses, especially here for the exact match, they had to use the furniture, the word in itself. Now they don't have to use this because Google is really smart, and now it knows the closer meaning of a certain word. So Google just really leveled up how smart it is, and now it focuses on the exact meaning of the word instead of the word itself. So that's why even for an exact match, they don't always have to use the word furniture. So you can use the broad match, phrase match, or the exact match. And knowing these three times, this is where you really want to decide about the strategy. You rather want to use broad match or phrase match or exact match in a certain ad group, and for different ad groups, of course, you should try each of them. In my experience, as you can see, Google, they really try to push the broader match, because broader match types capture all the queries of narrower match types plus more. However, in our experience, it tends to overspend. It's very generous, the algorithm, while it tries to figure out the best keywords and the meaning of the keywords. So either you can use this strategy that you use a broad match with more long tail keywords, or our more favorite, which is maybe a bit shorter keywords like these ones, but you rather use exact match. So rather we focus on this type of strategy. So just to summarize this, Google has recently changed the whole game about keywords, and Google assigns a meaning to the keyword phrase instead of keywords in that phrase. So the meaning of the words, it became much more important, and there are three types of keyword matching: broad match, phrase match, exact match, and typically you want to try each for different ad groups, and you can pick between a strategy more longer tail keywords with a broad match, or rather using shorter keywords with exact match or even phrase match. If you scroll down, you can see even more information about this topic. I will add the link to the description. Okay, so now in this third phase of this video, I will show you how the actually nitty-gritty is being done. So how we create a keyword plan for our clients and potential clients. Alright, so first of all, open up your Google Ad account. Ideally, you want an account that is spending some money. If you don't do that, then you will get actually less, not as good information, especially trends. I checked another Google Ad account of ours, and there we haven't spent money for a while. Actually, we couldn't find trends for the keyword. So first of all, I need to go to tools and then go to planning, keyword planner, discover new keywords. Okay, so once you are here, you need to add the keyword that you want to use. So let's say women and leather boots. So this will be my keyword. Pick the right location, so definitely not Estonia, it will be United States. Save it and pick the right language, be English now, so only US in English. This is the keyword, and if you want you can add the website as well. Sometimes it gives you good ideas, sometimes it doesn't, so now I won't add this as well. So get result. Okay, so now you need to check if it's only Google, not search partners, and also this is really important, so the right timeline, because as you can see this is the last 12 months, so there are trends which completely makes sense. So you know, women and people, they start looking for women leather boots around September. During the winter it's popular, and in January, February, April it dies down, and summer is, you know, nobody wants boots. So that's why we need enough enough timeline. If you pick only, let's say, 3 months, then you will be mistaken that okay, there is a high demand on boots, so let's do this all the time. And that's why you need 12 months to see that okay, in summer actually this product dies. But if you want to see year-over-year trends, then let's see this. Yeah, so for some reason in 2021 it was more popular than 1 year later, or even last year, last winter. So you can see the different cycles over years. Now I don't want to take this into account, so I will just go for the last 1 year. But this is something keep in mind, so it depends on your strategy. If you want to jump on a TikTok trend, probably you don't want to use 12 months. You want to use a couple of weeks, which is more ideal. Okay, so now let's check what we get here. Almost more than 1700 keyword ideas available, which is a lot. So yeah, I will change the view. Okay, it's actually already, yeah, it's already 100, so that's great. So these are 100 ideas I can see, and here's the keyword itself by relevance. Women leather boots, that was my original keyword that I used, and this is the search volume. So almost 15,000 people in the US in English, they search for this term, which is great. This is the 3-month change, so this is expected. So we are just coming out from winter, now it's April, so yeah, minus 63%, which completely makes sense. Year-over-year change, it's at 0, competition is high, ad impression share, and all of these. So now we want to focus on the search volume. We want to have enough search volume. If it's too low, then it's very hard to work with that keyword, but also we want to keep in mind the trend. So I can see the trend is really similar across all of these keywords, so it doesn't matter too much in this case. But if we can see that, you know, some keywords they are going up year over year, while others they've been going down, obviously you want to bet on the keywords that they've been going up. So you want to pick the right trends, but in this case I think it's less important. Okay, so the other thing is competition. So ideally you want to pick keywords with low or moderate competition, so not with the high ones. However, you want to notice that in many cases the best keywords will have high competition, and actually it will be expensive to get them. But there is a reason why they are expensive, because they have a high conversion rate in most cases, in majority of the case. So you want to be aware of this, and this is where your strategy and ad budget becomes important. You want to know what you can afford, what keywords you can afford. Regarding ad impression share, so this will only show you numbers if you already run ads using those keywords. So since this is a new keyword and keywords for this account, we cannot see anything here. The next thing we can see is top of page bid, low range versus high range. So basically what this means, and I will pull here the exact definition of Google. So yeah, about keyword planner forecast. So here we can see top of page bid, low range, an approximation of the 20th percentile that advertisers historically paid for a keyword's top of page bid based on your location and network settings. And this is the 80th percentile that advertisers historically paid. So basically we can see that if you want to be in the top, at the top of the page, then you have to pay this amount based on
the history of this keyword based on the advertiser story. And if you want to be lower, you are okay to be lower, then you only need to pay this amount. So as you can see, there are very big differences here. So if you want to be on the top 20%, 80th percentile and in, you know, beyond, then you must pay this amount. But if you want to be at the lowest 20 percentile, then it's only this amount. So this is what this shows you basically. All right, so since we have many keywords, it's very hard to go through each. Actually, we can refine the keywords here. So brand or non-brand. In this case, let's say we have a brand which is not here on this list. I want to see all. Yeah, we want to exclude these because these are competitors and we don't want to run ads on these as of now. So yeah, let's do the non-branded keywords. And then yeah, there are other brands as well. Okay, so I will just exclude these. And now it immediately changes from more than 1700 to only 1300. Okay, and there are additional definitions. So style, there is color as well, which can be really useful. So let's say, okay, I will pick only black women leather boots, so becoming much more specific. And sock style, and the last one is the material. So let's say I will become even more specific, so this will be calf leather. All right, so showing 1000 of these keywords. Now we use these filters, and I will close these drop downs. Okay, so we excluded some brands, quite many brands, and then also the material, calf leather. So all right, so after refining keywords, you can also add filters. So let's say typically I like adding that doesn't contain free, and this is a text match. So free, we don't want those. Doesn't contain, let's say, how, and the other one is why, because we don't want those people who use these informational keywords. We want people who want to buy, and you know, they are super interested. So yeah, actually we filtered for these now, and yeah, we want the keywords by relevance, so these are more relevant. I can also add another filter to make it much more specific, so something that contains buy, and that will be a transactional keyword. Okay, let's check now. Yeah, so there are only two, so that's probably too specific. Yeah, so now we have all of these ideas. Let's say waterproof, so our product is not waterproof, so doesn't contain waterproof. It can be semantic match, so anything that is, you know, relate to that, not just the exact word. Apply. Okay, so calf leather. Okay, so we have these keywords now, and again, how you pick the keywords, it really depends on the product and the strategy. So you must be aware of the product. Let's say this product is black and from calf material, calf skin, of calf leather, and yeah, not one of these brands. It's for women, and I will also add one more just to semantic match, so winter, and it will become much more specific. So yeah, now we have only 21 keywords. So okay, so now I made it super specific. As you can see, the searches are very low as well, so I think I will just delete it. And yeah, so let's roll with these as of now. And again, don't worry too much about competition and the bidding. We want to pick 10-20 keywords first, and ideally with higher monthly search volume and upgoing trend when it's necessary, when it's relevant. And competition, it's I would say secondary. So yeah, don't focus too much on that. Now I will just pick a few. So you can also download your keyword ideas as a CSV or into Google Sheet. So I will pick the 3 keywords, and when you pick these keywords, so keep in mind what's the unique about your product, why people they will buy it and why they will search for it. So I have a women leather boot, and it's black, and let's say it's a knee boot, so that's important. And I will change the view. So, and these have higher search volumes. So yeah, best leather boots for women, for example, I wouldn't use it. It's more about comparison. Let's say genuine leather boots for ladies. That's an interesting one. Let's say we have a very genuine brand. I will add that too. Okay, and once we have this, so you can download your keyword ideas, either as a CSV or Google Sheet. Yeah, let's download it, prepares the report. But basically we always use our own template. So open this sheet, and now we have all the keywords without any filter. If you click this one, add keywords to create plan, then it will add only those keywords to the plan that you want to use. It's downloaded, but again we always use this because you know, it just doesn't pick those keywords that we want into the plan. So yeah, I will just copy paste these. So women leather boot, this is the search volume, cool, and then this is the 2 bid values estimate. So this is one keyword. As you can see, there are different ways to make your search, your research more and more specific. You can spend a lot of time with. Okay, so once we have our saved keywords, and again make sure that it's English, right location. So these are the saved keywords for now that we would use, and we can go to forecast. So pick the bid strategy, which will be maximizing conversions, and US, English, Google, and here you can pick the timeline. So let's say this forecast for the next month, and using this you can create a forecast what we expect to happen if we use this keyword. Estimated conversion rate is actually you can change this here. Let's say it's 10%, and the value of conversion is, I don't know, 250 bucks. Save it. So based on that, actually Google will make these estimates for you, which is super helpful when you make this plan, and that's why we can create this for clients as well. So if we aim for this, then your plan can get one conversion for 33 bucks with this average daily budget. So why this is not a proper estimate now, because the daily budget is super low, but yeah, if this was more like, let's say $1,000 or $100, we would see different numbers. But as you can see, you can change these things here. So yeah, now if I change to click, then I can see a better estimate. So as the average daily budget changes, this is the number of clicks, as it will change over time. So yeah, conversion is not very useful with this daily budget. Average CPA, this is how it changes, cost per acquisition, ROAS, so all of those things. So it's super helpful. Now I don't want to get too much into this. You can also see the devices, but yeah, forecasting is something that you must take as a grain of salt, because many times, most times, almost every time it will be different, but still you want to forecast things for your clients when they spend serious amounts on advertising. And also keep this in mind that this forecast, it's based on past data, so we cannot foresee different economic events, or you know, like COVID, or even if you are in fashion or footwear, even the weather, you know, especially in smaller countries, it can really affect the cycles. So yeah, again, this is just an estimate based on past data, so keep that in mind. So as a summary, how you can do this: so make sure that you have an active ad account, go to tools, keywords planner, and after you can you know, pick the right location, language, only Google, and you can just start typing in what somebody would use as an idea. So meal delivery, let's say fast food, we can use too, and okay, pick the right time frame. So last 12 months can be a good start, and after you can use different tools such as refining the keyword, brand, non-brand is one of them, and then you can add different filters. You want to go for the transactional or the commercial keywords in the first place. So now check those where you can see enough search volume, and ideally where the trend has been going up and competition is secondary. So don't be afraid of high or medium competition, and here you can see how much you need to pay if you want to be on the top or more on the lower places when it comes to placement. Once you are clear what you want, consider negative keywords as well, and go for 10-20 keywords and create your own spreadsheet, add the main data, save them, and after you can go forecast and add different things such as the average order value, your expected conversion rate, or the expected daily budget, and based on that you can create really solid forecast for yourself or for your clients, and you will see the ROAS, and you will see all the different numbers, even the gross margin that you can generate. So this is how you do keyword planning, and this is how you can do forecasting in a nutshell. And yeah, I hope this was helpful helpful video.
Hope you enjoyed, and even more importantly, you learned a lot from this video. Here at Budai Media, our goal is to help at least 1,000 e-commerce businesses grow with high quality marketing, because we can see too much shit out there. If you like this video, make sure that you go down, you subscribe to this channel, and also hit the notification bell so you get updated of my weekly videos. We collected the top 100 email templates from the past 6 years, and these generated tens of thousands of dollars for our clients. So go down and click the link and get these 100 templates for free. And finally, I will drop you one more video here. Make sure that you check it out as well.